Testing, testing. I can see Weisbrot in the chat. It's been a minute, long time no talk. Hope you are doing okay, my friend. Hello, Cobra, welcome in. Where's the new server so I can post the link? Just waiting for Gio to go live. You're live now? Cool. You're not showing up as live on my end. Do you have an alt now, Gio? Hello, Hazel. Welcome in. It's on your channel. Let me see. Yeah, it's for whatever reason, it's not showing as live. But let me know once you're live again after you've restarted, Gio. Will I be commentating C2K? I plan to, yes. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you've gone live again, Joji, but it's still not showing up, which is weird. You're trying again now? Cool. Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on. Maybe if I... Yeah, I've definitely typed in the name right. Let me maybe refresh. On your Streamlabs, it says it's live. Let me go to your Twitch page on my Firefox. All right, cool. Thank you. But it's all good. It gives me time to write out the... to write out the announcement in the server. There we go. As in, I've done the announcement here. It's taking me a minute to get my first restream in the new DAS League underway, but we're finally doing it. Do I have everything else set up? Because I want to at least get you guys Okay, yeah, looks like it's good now. I can see you are currently showing me there's a Stanley Cup ad, which I do not care a single bit about, but hey, Gio, I'm giving you money because of the ad, so there you go. All right, looks like both players are live, so we will go ahead and switch on over here. On the left, you have Giovanni, last season's runner-up in the old Das Champions League, lost to Leo. Guafi with the raid party of 2, welcome in Guafi and co. You know, Weisbrot finished top 8 in the Europa League, the old Europa League last season. Went out to Yelena, I believe, who went on to win the whole thing last season. I assume we're still calling the first 2 seasons canon. I would hope so. I'm calling them canon. I don't care. We're still playing DAS. It's still a league. So as far as I'm concerned, that's what we're doing. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and generate a seed if we're cool with SPS. You're doing crash attempts but having problems with your eyes. You can't stop. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Guafi. Hope you are doing good. Seed is gonna be double B, 1F, double 2. And we got a ready from Gio. So as soon as Weisbrot is ready. It's been a while since I've restreamed either of these players. It has been a minute. But, yeah, good luck, have funs from both players in the chat. You'll love to see it. And let me get the rules set back up here, because I think DAS League has a few different rules compared to the good old-fashioned way of doing things. It is best of 5. So none of this best of 7 malarkey that we used to have. The games are shorter, or matches are shorter, which I think will work out good for everyone, because 7 DAS matches, 7 DAS games it is rough work. So good, we're going back to the good old best of 5. Winner of this goes into the top 4, which is the last stage, I believe, before access into tier 1. The loser of this match goes into tier 3, which is what would have been the Conference League. We've already got 2 players in Path B that are gone down that way, which is 20Dan03 and Vlad. I think Ian, Keith, and Poopy Old Hag still have to play, so yeah, this one will decide whether one of these players will be down there. We got a ready from Joji, so as soon as Weisbrot is good to go, we can get things underway. Weisbrot is ready. Seeds are the same. Let's get game number 1 of this preliminaries DAS League match underway in 3, 2, 1, Tetris! And away we go. It has been a while since I've consistently streamed any DAS League or DCL or whatever, but I mean, this event does hold a special place in my heart, genuinely. Not only because I helped out with a lot of it in the early days and restreamed a lot of it in the early days, but because as a DAS player, it's always super cool to have events specifically for this amazing playstyle, like the DAS Masters, like CTWC DAS, and like the DAS League, of course, which is under new management. Of course, used to be hosted by Boxy3210. It's now under some new management, and it's exciting times ahead for the Tetrisphere as a whole. And of course, players wanted to get in their matches as quickly as possible, especially these two, as the World Cup of DAS, the CTWC DAS, is going to be in just a few weeks now. Anyway, early lead currently with actually both players pretty much neck and neck. It's half a single, and now it's a two singles separating the players. Joji is on 101, Weisbrot 99. So right now it is just a very small gap right now between the two players. Joji set up for a dusty column, row 3, column 8 Tetris. And Solficino 666, I think I'm pronouncing that right, or maybe I am pronouncing it completely wrong, and I apologize. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Adam, what are your thoughts on the hit movie 101 Dalmatians? I haven't watched it since I was about... I think it's been about nearly 20 years since I've watched that movie. Which, considering I'm 21, will say a lot about it. I think it's a classic. It's a classic movie for sure. Beloved by many. I haven't watched it since I was a small child. 185 now for Geo, 182 for Weisbrot. I can't lie, you thought I was exactly 20? I mean, you're close. I'm 21, but yeah. Weisbrot opting not to take the Aki bar to get immediately Tetris ready. We'll skim with a J instead, which does actually kind of work out, because if that Aki bar was taken, Weisbrot's board would have lost a little bit of parity, which means absolutely nothing, but basically means that Weisbrot would not have as many accommodating places to put pieces. It's a fancy term for board good that us commentators love to use just to pretend like we know what we're talking about. Weisbrot is Tetris ready, still waiting for that bar, getting droughted, but bar comes, Tetris for Weisbrot. Speaking of CTWC DAS, last year both these players did compete. Joji was the runner-up. Lost to Robin in an intense grand finals. They had to be, of course, replayed due to how the double bracket system sort of worked. $288 for Geo, $337 for Weisbrot. Right now, Weisbrot's breaking out into about an 84,000. Oh yeah, well, 84,000 point lead, but the I'm guessing because the stencil is slightly off on Geo's end, it's showing as 200 points. Let me change that. There we go, much better. Never mind. Not sure who's it messing up for. Oh, Weisbrot tops out at 389, just lost control of that board. Geo, you're in a chase down. Your target is 390. Geo's board not exactly in the best shape either, but if there's anyone to get out of a situation like this, it is Geo. Just needs some nice vaults of some J pieces there. That will really help to get the stack down. Level 19, 317 transition. But can Geo get something over to the left? Does skim here, but needs another good piece. Needs a T, doesn't get the T piece. Finally gets it, but only room for a single, and Geo tops out at 319. So Weisbrot is going to take the first game here. 319 to 389. Yeah, pretty difficult seed all around, especially in that sequence there for Gio. Gio is ready. Wants to jump straight into game number 2. And we got it ready from both players. Both players on the same seed. We're going to get game 2 underway in this prelim match in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So away we go once again. Weisbrot Tetris ready. We'll get a Tetris and pretty much tying things back up. I don't know what's going on with the score difference checker here today. I'm guessing one of these looks like Weisbrot says it. I had to guess maybe because of the stencil, but let me see. I wouldn't imagine it'd be the capture because it doesn't look like it's really off by that much. Okay, I think it's reading it okay now. Gio on 165, Weisbrot 144. So just about a Tetris lead here for Gio. Weisbrot with an Aki bar there. Now just waiting for another long bar. Tetris for Gio. And Tetris for both players here. Very nice so far as they move through and towards the 50 line mark. Both players above 200,000. So right now pacing quite well as far as the early part of level 18 goes. Generally, if you can get about 200,000 points or more by line 50, you are having a good game. Especially as far as DAS goes. Weisbrot, though, with a misdrop of the long bar there. Could have just gotten the easy Tetris with it, but not sure what happened there. That will cost Weisbrot some valuable time. Both players exactly tied on score right now, though. Gio going to take a crucial triple there to bring the board back down. Tucks in the J piece below that square overhang. And now has, looks to be a much healthier board than what Weisbrot has right now. Shuichi in the chat saying, go, go, go. As I was also saying, Weisbrot as well, a competitor last year at C2WC DAS, finished in the top 16. I don't have the exact rank in front of me because for whatever reason the Weisbrot's hangs the bar, tops at 255. I shouldn't have focused on Weisbrot. Probably put them off. Gio is gonna be good for game 2, 326. GG's. So we are tied 1 apiece. So we got it ready from both players again. Now it's double D for the seed. Very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and get game 3 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Bars from myself there. Pelton in the chat saying, Weisbrot, play like this against me this upcoming CTWC DAS instead of your sick gameplay last year, please. Pelton, of course, 11th place last year at CTWC DAS. Also a fellow player who got to the top 8 of the Europa League last season. Went out 4-0 to Eliwa. And anyone who might be interested in some IRL DAS action, but you can't afford to go to things like Jonas Cup or things like that, the World Cup of DAS in Cologne, Germany is back for another year. It is happening from July 17th to the 19th at the Experion Center in Cologne. If you're in the area, whether you're in Germany or just even in Europe in general, or if you can afford to go, I would strongly recommend going. It is a great event, and it's going to be the biggest and best one yet. You got the top 4 from the Jonas Cup going. So you got the likes of Fractal, Pixelandy, Blue Scooty, and Meme all going. Yes, I will play in the tournament. I am going. And I will be playing and hopefully commentating. I am very much looking to improve on finishing 48th last time. Nice burn there from Gio. Could have tried to set up the dirty, but analyzed the risk and just wanted to burn down. A very good move there from Gio. 153 to 173. Nice choreo there from Gio. Gets another Tetris. Nice spin tuck there as well with the T-piece. That is quick thinking from Gio, especially after misdropping that J-piece. Or maybe it was on purpose. Who knows? Hazel thinks it's calculated. Maybe, it was. Nice. Oh my goodness. The spin of that L piece and then the skim. Gio is genuinely, like, if you are not even like a beginner intermediate DAS player, although it would be quite useful, Gio is a player that anyone who uses DAS, not even just DAS in general, like, stacking knowledge is a crucial thing in our community, and like if you want to learn how to just be a good stacker, Gio is a player I would recommend watching. And that's not to say that Weisbrot can't stack. Weisbrot is doing a very good job as well. I mean, you can't keep pace with Gio and take a game off of Gio if you're not a good stacker. And Weisbrot is fantastic in his own right too. So both these players, check them out whenever they're playing because they are at the top of their craft. It is a crying shame. You'll be playing with 48 players when I recall. I reckon cutoff will be 500k. I mean, yeah, cutoff was me last year and I got like a 350. I am a significantly better player than I was last year, that's for sure. My goal is to get I want to try to get a 600k qual, which will probably put me like low 40s, high 30s. Like, I'm certain I'll qualify. If I don't qualify, that would be kind of funny. Tetris 4 Geo, 432. Weisbrot 369. Hey now. My PB is 888, so close to 900k. And I had a pretty decent qual at CTWC. I got a 538, I think. Something like that. And that game would have been a 600k had I not had a bad 19. Pelton says, Gio's adjustments are insane. Not only does he see those ridiculous adjustments on 19, he's actually able to execute them on the high speed and maintain DAS. Very impressive. I agree. I mean, play like that is precisely why he did end up winning DAS Masters for May. And did so well for so long in DAS Masters. I think has gotten to at least the top 8 in the last 3. Geo 527, Weisbrot 476. We're coming up to level 19. Geo with the Vits, Tetris Weisbrot. Oh, hang of that L piece there for Geo, but we'll still get a Tetris to bring the stack down. And Geo will get another Tetris, goes in 599, gets the bar over. Tetris Weisbrot 548, so about 50k advantage in terms of level 19 transition score in favor of Geo, but it's still very close between the two players right now. Tetris for Weisbrot. And another Tetris for Weisbrot taking full advantage of the fact that Geo is in a little bit of a predicament right now. Should still be able to get out of it, but losing some pace to Weisbrot's here. Now gap is just 10,000 points between the players. 611 to 602 now. Weisbrot closing in. Might be down to who gets out of this first in terms of who will maybe take control in the game, and it looks like it might be Weisbrot. Weisbrot is Tetris ready, gets the bar. Tetris Weisbrot takes the lead, 633 to 624, level 21. Make some noise for the player you want to see do well here, or both. I'm rooting for both, of course. I always do. 653, Geo 660 for Weisbrot. Geo going for the column 2 Tetris. Needs the bar, gets the bar. Tetris for Geo, maintaining Das. Weisbrot now in a little bit of a dig of his own, so this could be an opportunity for Geo, but Geo's board is not clean either. Weisbrot on the brink of getting the wall open. Could have opened it with that T piece, but still gets it open anyway. Tetris for Weisbrot. Geo might be trying to set up something in the center, and now has the center well Tetris open, column 2, but oh, double flips the bar. So it's closed off now, and Geo with a couple misdrops. Oh, and the Fits and Tetris. Unbelievable maneuver there from Geo to maintain a good board. Still in a bit of rough shape, but Geo's on the way back out of that. That was an insane move. Staying alive, Weisbrot 767, Geo 731. Dusty left well Tetris setup here for Geo. It has to cut the well off, trying to get it back open before that long bar arrives. Has it back open. Not Tetris ready quite yet, though. That skimmed T-piece will set Geo up. Tetris for Geo, 771. Weisbrot, 776, has the well covered. It is so close between these players. Time running out for both of them to extend the lead out. Weisbrot now trying to take advantage again. 4,500 points in the lead. Weisbrot is Tetris ready, waiting for that bar to arrive. Where is the bar? Geo is almost set up as well here on row 2. Long bar over Tetris Weisbrot, 817. But well closed again. Can Weisbrot set up dirty? He was going for it, but had to close it off again. 825 to 786. Geo with the T-spin, gets the bar over, gets another bar over. Is another bar gonna come for the Tetris? Uses the bar for the skim. Tetris for Geo, 826 to 833. It's going to the wire here. As a reminder, this is preliminaries, ladies and gentlemen. Tetris Weisbrot, 903. Geo, 862. Tetris Geo, 897. One line to go. Geo needs the Tetris to have a chance. Tetris Weisbrot, Geo might need a kill tris here. And I think Geo's going for exactly that. Just needs the bar. Is the bar gonna come? No, it's not. Geo tops out 897. And Weisbrot is on the brink of taking out the runner-up from last season. Unbelievable game 3 there, and Weisbrot's hanging on for dear life. And now at match points. Unbelievable. What a match, what a game, what a match so far. And if this doesn't motivate you to go to C2WC DAS and watch these players in action, I don't know what will. Quite frankly. We got readies from both players here. Double E is the seed. Let's go ahead and get game number 4 underway. We're at match point. Weisbrot needs one more win to basically condemn everyone in the Conference League to doom. Let's count, or tier 3, sorry. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. You can still make it in. Oh, it is the prelims. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, because the loser to a... Oh, yeah. He'll just be a lower seeded T1. I see. So, oh, yeah, because I'm looking at the rules now. No, I didn't structure it. I was not the one who structured the playoffs. Oh, I thought you were talking to me, Shuichi, not, Hazel. Well, on the brink of potentially dooming everyone. In either, tier 2 or 3. Tier 2, okay. Either way, it's still gonna doom everyone. Exactly. But we'll see. Weisbrot on the brink of pulling off a massive upset here. Either way. Of course, winner of this goes through to tier 1 automatically. And speaking of, I'm also going to be in these path. I have my match against Coolio Ulio in a few days, which I am by far the lowest seed. Hello, Toast. Welcome in. I am the lowest seed by far, I think. I think the only player who's even comparable in terms of seeding is 20 Dan, and then it's like everyone else is like either a max outer or close to a max outer in terms of DAS. No, yeah, that's what I meant. It's just like me and Dan pretty much, and then, but it is a very stacked lineup here in the DAS League this season, especially. Like looking here, we have 33 max out players out of 40 people who signed up. Which is just insane. Anyway, after about 60 lines, Gio's on 326, Weisbrot 288. Tetris for Gio, Tetris Weisbrot. Nice triple there from Weisbrot. Now also going to get a Tetris pretty close here. Gio has the well closed. Both players continuing to slam down some Tetrises here. Funnily enough, it was Gio that knocked Weisbrot out of the winner's bracket in C2WC DAS last year. Weisbrot would ultimately go out to Tony in the loser's top 16. So this is a C2WC DAS rematch, and Weisbrot, I'm sure, is hungry to enact some revenge here and lower Gio's seed potentially in T1 down, but we're even Worst case scenario, send him down to tier 2, which either way, may God have mercy on everyone. But, hello, Winter. Welcome into the chat. Geo562, Weisbrot 527, as we're now 15 lines away from level 19 once again. Tetris Geo. It's quite a cloudy day today in Manchester. It's been pretty cloudy. It's a lot colder than it was a few days ago. So, Tetris Geo. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, because I know the old DCL layout was pretty cool. I'm honestly rocking with the notion of just having players use their own. It's a lot simpler, I think, that way. I think for main channel stuff, obviously we're gonna have a stencil for that, but I mean, at least for like other community tier stuff, I think it's fine just using your own stencil. Weisbrot and Geo now into level 19 speed. 657 Geo, 582 for Weisbrot. Weisbrot gets the Z piece over. Both players are up a little bit high right now, but are getting the right pieces so far. Geo is Tetris ready. Weisbrot with a couple misdrops here and is not going to be able to survive. Tops out 588. Geo 689 is going to tie things up. It's 2-2, and it's going to be a Guinness game to decide who right now is going to be going to tier 1 and who is going to have to battle to stay in the running for it. It's not a tall glass of D cider, GB Toast. It's a Guinness game. That is rule 1 of being in the AdamIrish stream. It is a Guinness game. That is rule 1. It's all good. Geo is pacing really well here, so we're going to let him mullen this out, of course. 832 level 23 is pretty nuts. That being said, I have thought about renaming the Guinness game just to keep things fresh, you know? I have thought about it. More details to come. Just like, I'm just a master of getting those pieces over to the left-hand side. Geo, very fond of vaulting things over. It is kind of a necessity when you're playing this aggressive and this high on level 19 speeds. You gotta get those pieces over somehow, and vaulting the piece over like that, rotating it, and then rotating it back into place allows it to clear over anything and prevent it from being stuck on the pieces, because if it locks into place in a bad spot, it's going to be a near instant top out. And Geo tops at 960, level 26. NT indeed. Probably a lot of angry Italian being shouted out there. Yeah, I saw miss the spot, but it's okay. Geo does take game 2. Weisbrot doing some practice on level 19, which, I mean, so far, the last couple games have come down to 19 play, so... And again, as a reminder, the winner of this particular match, if I can actually get it up here, yep. Winner of this match faces off, or winner of this match automatically goes through. Loser of this match goes against Morlando, or is it Morlando, or is it, I can't tell because the colors are weird. Is it you, Hazel, or is it Morlando? Because the colors are very confusing. because based off of everything else, it implies that it, like, based off of how it's positioned, I would imply it's Orlando, but based off the colors, it would imply it's you. Because the colors are weird. I'm going to assume it's Orlando, but I will double check with Hazel. But anyway, we got readies from both players here. It's Game 5, the Guinness game winner takes all in this preliminaries top 8 match. Who's going through to Tier 1? Let's count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris! So here we go. This is a match for the ages, and it's going all the way to Game 5. Some might say it might have deserved to go all the way to Game 5 based off of how these players have been performing. Which, of course, has been fantastic as far as both players are concerned. Let's see what happens here. Gio is Tetris ready, so is Weisbrot. Both players waiting for the bar to arrive. A little bit of a drought forming here. But both players keep their cool, and Weisbrot will get the Tetris. Or Gio will get the Tetris. Weisbrot has to wait. Weisbrot is burning down quite nicely here. Gets the well open and gets the bar over for a Tetris. Gio 143, Weisbrot 144. Triple for Gio. And a nice double there, too. Could set up dirty for a column 7 Tetris, but it's just going to take the triple instead. Tetris for Weisbrot. Gio 158, Weisbrot 174, 40 lines in. Gio opens the well back up and gets the Tetris. Tetris for Weisbrot as well. Tetris for Gio. It is still going back and forth here between these two players. Weisbrot's in a little bit of a rough shape now. Does get the well on the right open, but oh, nice skims there and a perfectly timed bar there. Weisbrot now has a dirty column 7 Tetris open. It does burn it away a little bit, sets it back up. Looking for those extra points out of it. Bar comes a little bit too early. But well is back open again. Tetris Gio taking advantage of this to now goes 70,000 points into the lead, 305 to 234. Tetris for Gio. And not much luck so far for Weisbrot in getting this well open. Now has it open. Still has that Tetris set up and gets that Tetris in column 7 finally. As of the latest DAS ELO update, Gio is currently ranked 8th with an ELO of 1831. Meanwhile, Weisbrot 77th with a 1609. Weisbrot does actually have the superior win percentage in terms of DAS matches, 64.9 to Gio's 62.9. Of course, that's all relative and doesn't exactly mean anything, but it's a fun little stat. What is your Elo rank? I will check now, Elp. Elp, you are 179th, 1466, with a 38.3% win rate. For reference, I am 389th. Geo 493, Weisbrot 370 as we're coming towards the end of level 18 play for the final time. I don't know. I mean, technically there's only 10 people better than you because, I mean, World Cup, C2WC, World Championship of DAS, finished in the top 12, so where's that ranked? Nice S-spin there for Weisbrot. Gets the Tetris. It's going to need to be a big level 19 for Weisbrot against arguably one of the best DAS 19 players in the world, 546 to 465. But Weisbrot has done it before. Can he do it again? Oh, doesn't get that Z piece all the way over and has the ball closed, and Weisbrot misses the quick tap. Tops out at 466, and it will be Giovanni moving on. And will be appearing in Tier 1 once again. And Weisbrot will have that match, I believe, against Morlando. For a second chance to get in. Unlucky for Weisbrot. But what a match from both players. Joji's got to be relieved at that. Absolutely, yeah, just applauding his opponent, of course. The mutual respect that these players have for each other is fantastic. But give it up for Weisbrot as well. Doing fantastic to force the May 2025 DAS Masters champion and runner-up in last season's DAS Champions League, as well as at CTWC DAS last year, to a Game 5. That is commendable. But Geo has moved on. Will be appearing in Tier 1. But yeah, thank you both for letting me restream this. I'll see you both in a few weeks. See you both. We'll have to go out and get some food at some point. I imagine after party or even beforehand. But yeah, let me see who's live right now and we can go ahead and raid someone. Toast, are you live right now? Because we can raid you if you're doing another Geo match. Yeah, looks like you're live. All right, we will raid Toast. Toast has been killing it in the restream scene lately. One of the up-and-coming rising stars of the restreaming scene, the best scene in the community. Like playing Tetris, nah. Commentating Tetris is where the real stars are at. It looks like it's Geo and Elias in bi-weekly, so that'll be fun. Go have fun with that. I'll see you guys later for some more Tetris.